Hello, hello, hello. Hey, old Joe, how are you doing? It's been a minute. It's been a good long minute. How is everyone doing? Thank you all for being here. This is going to be a short, quick live. Just wanted to make a couple of announcements about my channel changes from one channel to the other, things I will and won't. Will and won't be doing anymore. So come on in, come on in. So glad you all are here. I'm just trying to get this shared out as usual, guys. Yes, come on in, come on in. Thank you all so much. God, it feels like it's been a year since I've been on. All right, over Joe, no worries, no worries, no worries whatsoever, young lady. Yes, 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 yes. But it feels like it's been like, oh my God, months since I've been on, but it really hasn't. It really hasn't. I've gone live over here. Um, I guess maybe within the last month, a couple of times. A couple of times I actually cooked over here as opposed to over on Chef and More. So I don't know if you all caught that live or not, but yes, I've been live over here in the garden quite a bit, and I still will be because the thing about North Carolina is it doesn't get that cold very quick at all. Um, and we typically have our worst weather January, February. And then we have these quick ice storms that'll ice up really, really bad for a day, and by noon it's like melted. So our gardening season is a long time. Hello, Edward. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming. How are you doing on this wonderful Sunday evening for me? And it may be morning for you. Or earlier for you or later for you. What time is it, Edward? I know you're in Hawaii. What time is it? Yes. What time is it where you are, Edward? Yeah. So I'm just going to this is going to be a short, kind of a quick live. I just have some announcements to make about my channel, things I will and won't be doing. Both channels, but I decided to announce it over here because this is where things will be happening as opposed to on my other channel. So glad that you came in. Glad that you stopped in. It is so good to see you. 12:45 p.m. Okay, okay. So you're about 6 hours behind me. Yes. Okay. Well, I caught you during daytime. mm, I'll have to remember that. I always get confused. You know, the one thing about YouTube is so many people in so many different places that it's easy to get confused as to what time it is here, what time it is there. So yes. Okay. Oh, you're about 6 hours behind me. Absolutely good. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come in before I actually get started of saying some of the things that I need to talk about as far as this particular channel and going forward, and Chef and More and going forward. Yes. So all you people sitting up there on the roof, welcome in to the live. You're welcome to come in, but you do not have to. Yes, awesome sauce, awesome sauce. I'm gonna share. Let me get this shared out on Facebook. I already shared. I already tweeted it out. So let me do that. I need to put it on my community tab as well. So let me do those two things right quick while we're waiting for a few more people. So give me a minute, guys. Let me post this right quick. All right, all right, all right. Let me see. Let me see. This will tell me too how many people had the bells on. You know, we're always telling people subscribe and turn the bell on. And then people come and say, I didn't get the notification. Did you have the bell on? So I got to share it out there. Let me share it out right quick over here on Facebook right quick. Yes. And typically I'm on in the mornings over here on Container Crops. Um, Let me see here. 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Yes, awesome, awesome, and amazing. Don't forget when you come in to please hit that thumbs up. I would appreciate it greatly, 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 greatly. One more share over here, and I will be done with that. So give me a minute. I have my water here. Y'all know I can't live without this. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. So let me tweak this again because I think I hit the wrong button before and it did not go out. There we go. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm going to give these people a few more minutes so I won't have to repeat myself. I will not have to repeat myself. Uh, but for those of you all who are in the gardening community, I will say this while we wait. For those of you all in the gardening community, now is the time to start planning and getting ready for our spring gardens. So we won't be behind. And Edward, I saw all those amazing things that you'll be growing. That is going to be awesome. I am so happy to see that. I am so happy to hear that. Yeah, so you need to be getting start planning it out. Think about your time frames. Think about what you want to grow, what you eat. I tell people all the time, grow what you eat, people. Come on now. Everybody, every year, this is what I do. I grow what I like to eat the most, and I grow one thing, or I try to grow. I shouldn't, OMG, I shouldn't say I grow one thing. I should say I try to grow one thing that I'm either not familiar with, or maybe I'm familiar with it, but I haven't personally eaten it, or I haven't even cooked with it. Something like that. Just one other thing so that I can expand my garden, as well as my knowledge of the item, taste it, because the seeds compared to some of these things, especially exotic fruits and vegetables, sometimes those can be quite expensive. And so you don't want to get it home and try to cook with it or whatever and decide, oh my God, I do not like this. But if you grow it, the seeds or the plant is usually just a couple of dollars. So and then you can have an abundance of it to maybe try to cook it different ways. Edward says my sunflower plant is leaning, but I put in a support stake. Everything else is coming up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Edward, you should take some photos and put them on your channel. We would love to see it, or do a video. We would love to see it. Yes, those sunflowers can get heavy. For the last 2 days, it has rained here so hard. Hello, Pandy. How are you? How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I've got some announcements to make, but I'm going to wait till a few more people get in here so I won't have to repeat myself. How have you been, Pandy? So good to see you. But as I was saying, it's rained here terribly, so I actually still have tomatoes that are growing and flowering. Well, it doesn't get really cold here until like January, February. Um, and one of the branches, the rain was so heavy, I was standing in the window watching it. The rain was so hard and so heavy, it just linked one of my branches way over. And I don't know if you guys remember me saying it, but my backyard is really one steep hill. It literally goes down just like this. So I'm hoping I didn't go out there today. I didn't go out there today because it's been raining so hard. I've been all right, hanging in there. Yep, Pandy, that's what we all have to do. That's what we all have to do is hang in there. I did not go out there, but it has two tomatoes on there that are pretty good size. And I guess the weight of the tomatoes and the rain did not mix. So it just broke the branch and it's leaning over. So I'm hoping that I can get out there tomorrow and save it before it falls over. Because if it falls over down the yard, it's gone. I'm not going down that, that hill. I mean, the noise from that thing, the hill is going straight down. And so I'm not going, if it goes, it goes. I'm not going down there for two tomatoes. But I still have about 15 or 20 tomatoes out there. I did a video on, and I brought in so many of them already. They were still green, And I had a whole bag full. I had about 25 or 30 tomatoes that I brought in. They were still green, and I put them in a paper bag so they could ripen. The thing about it is those tomatoes are amazingly delicious. Guys, I'm telling you, Pandy, I know you keep saying you want to grow something, girl. Just go out there. It's all a lot about trial and error. I learned that the hard way too. You know, you look at some of these gardeners and these channels, these larger channels that have been gardening for a while, and you think, oh my God, how do they know all this? But the truth of the matter is, when they started, it was trial and error for them too. They had to learn, and so you learn by doing, and you realize, oh, I should have done that, I should have done that. Last year was my first year gardening, as most of you know, or some of you know. For those of you who don't know, that was my first year. Now, I grew up with my parents gardening, or my father rather, gardening in our backyard. He grew everything in the flower beds around our backyard. But I was a kid. I was like, okay, I want to water them so I can play in the water, and I want to go out there and grab some because he had a peach tree and a pear tree in the yard and all kind, so I can eat it. But other than that, I wasn't paying any attention. I've been off here in South Carolina. I'm going to have you running, Chef. I have a game. Oh, thank you so much, Pandy. Thank you so much. Yes, it's been storm. That's what I was talking about. Broke off my tomato. It's been raining and storming here for the last couple of days. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. You know I'm right next door to you, Pandy. But yes, and so it's a lot about trial and error. Just trial and error. And I learned so much last year, as in my first year of gardening. I literally had two tomatoes. I harvested two tomatoes. I had four tomato plants. They grew about 7 or 8 feet. They were huge. They kept flowering and flowering. I got two tomatoes. This year, so far, I've gotten 30 off of there, and there are about 20 more out there. I learned just from last year to this year. That's how much I learned, that I was able to get what, almost 60 tomatoes. You know? Right, I'm going to try my hand at it. Yes, 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 yes. You're going to love it once you do. But the tomatoes that I have that are ripening in the bag, they're ripening day by day. Yesterday I went in there and three of my, I think they're the black creme ones. The darker ones, they're like dark red and kind of dark red and green. They were actually had ripened. Oh my God. I got those three tomatoes out there. All I did was cut them up, wash them off real good, cut them up, put a little salt and pepper on them. You could have thought I was in a five-star restaurant. They were so delicious. Hmm. Yes. Wow. I hope I can do as well. You know what? The first year, I overwatered, and I literally stunted them. I overwatered. This year, and people say it takes a lot to water. Well, I'm growing in containers. I watered all of my plants. I did quite well on a lot of them, except for the ones that the worms got to, the army worms got to. But I didn't water. I watered about 2 or 3 times this entire summer. 2 or 3 times. That's it. The rain, when it rained, it was watered. Outside of that, I didn't have to water. And I learned. I went out there every single day and I put my little finger in the soil every day. And the top of the soil seemed like it was dry sometimes and almost cracky. But when I put my finger inside, it was moist. I backed off. I said, if the dirt is me freezing, look at me freezing, y'all. I can see I'm freezing. I'm freezing on my device that I am streaming from. Let me see if I can do something about that. I'm here, Chef. Hello. All right. I am frozen. I wonder if it's going to unfreeze. I would be frozen, wouldn't I? Can you all hear me? Dark Prescott on the Dallas Cowboys got hurt real bad. Ankle bent cell. Oh my goodness. This happened last time I went live. I don't know why it keeps freezing. And I can't, you have audio. That's what happened last time I went live. And I'm not sure how to go out and come back in. I'm not sure. Hello, Latarsha. Hello, hello, hello. I'm wondering how I could go out and go back in. I don't know how to do that. Let me see. Let me see something here. Let me see. Hmm. Hang on a minute, guys. Let me see. Let me see. I'm still seeing if I can get the signal to come in. Hey, Auntie Mama, how are you? Let me see. Hang on, guys.